Johnson. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the Houston Texans. Here's the former Cornhusker Brett Maher to get this one started. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
This is it! Mike 50, I want that! Give me that ball, defense! Give me that ball! Give me that ball, defense!
I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there as that one is going to blow up in their faces. They'll wind up losing about a dozen on the play, but it's going to be second down. Throwing on second and long. Watson. It's Christian Covington who notches the sack there.
Now this is where field awareness comes into play. He's getting perilously close to his own goal line, and after that sack, backed up to his own 2.
After the sack, they'll come up now third and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Here's Watson going up top. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want me.
Here's Prescott. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Whitney Mercilus barreling in. For the sack. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd and 16.
Here we go. Wide in. It's been a long day for you.
3rd and long for Prescott. It's caught. Cooper. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down. They'll pass up a field goal attempt. It would have been a 45-yarder. Now they'll go for it on 4th. They'll run it with Elliott. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Get your swarm on. We're going to 54. Wide in.
Throwing. Prescott. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. The lightning rod, J.J. Watt with a sack.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys. After the sack, it's 3rd and long. And now the Texans want to call another timeout. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this 1st quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Prescott from the gun. And the pressure gets to him again. Whitney merciless. Able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Now Prescott on 4th down. He's going to find his man. That's Tavon Austin. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 27 yards, a big play there on 4th.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Everybody, get going in. 55. Hey, eat. He's tired of eating.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. Elliott a 1st down and more. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown run. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Hey, we got 3 down, 3 down. You go tight. You got tight. Hey, 59.
From the gun, here's Watson. He finds Hopkins complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. 3rd and 2, Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 45-yard line. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Cowboys' 46-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Watson going deep for Hopkins. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Watson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Watson going to stay out there as they'll go for it on 4th.
Let's get that ball, kid. Let's get that ball right here. Come on, come on. You. Hey, one set. Check Mike, 54.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. And that is going to be Incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Cowboys defense is going to get him the football back. All right, CD, let's have a little fun. Now that we're into October, I'm going to give you some AFC teams. You tell me quickly, contender or pretender. You ready?
Yes, let's do it.
All right, let's start in the East. Buffalo.
Contender for a wild card spot.
Okay, how about the Chargers?
Pretender.
AFC North, the Steelers.
Contender because the AFC North is a jumble.
Okay, and then lastly, let's go to the South, Jacksonville.
Pretender. Houston now in control.
The first down carry by Elliott doesn't amount to much as he'll get forward for about a couple. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now Elliott. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Here we go. Line 80. Let's go, baby. They turn over. Get that ball. Hey, 47. 41 Mike. Right here. 41 Mike.
Prescott now from the 50. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dylan Cole. And now off to the races down the right side. And this results in 6 touchdowns. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 34-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him and they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. The throw over the middle, taken in, and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. On first down, it's Elliott. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. 10th carry now for Elliott. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. We become so accustomed to it, you sort of take it for granted.
You really do, but he is so good that every team in his division every year is trying to make sure they draft people charged with trying to block J.J. Watt. So far, hasn't been too successful.
On third down, it's Prescott. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. And this offense has converted twice already here in this first half on fourth down conversions. And here we go again. Prescott to throw on fourth. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Squeeze, double.
First down, Prescott. And that's Elliott, complete. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's third and long. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball. Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. The Texans going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
What is that? 19! Check 55 to Mike. Stop your body. Alert! Mike, 55. Check 55, Mike. Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. All right, here we go. 55. He's alert. He's checking crap. Let him go.
On first down, it's Watson. Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And it's second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Motion, 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 motion. 55, Mike, got 55. I got one. Hey, check right. Watch 55. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Sponge. No. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Throwing again is Watson. Steps away to his left. And an alley to run. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. This will be taken about the 12. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to...
Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys! Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4. Let's make these big. 24.
Now a first down throw, Watson. He's got Fuller. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just 1 big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're 1 big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
Banjo. Mike's 54. 26. 54.
Throwing again on second down. Watson. Johnson's got it complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
54 is down, he's coming. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. I'm coming, baby. Woo! Shift. Watch the shift.
A shotgun snap for Watson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. And with that incompletion, let's do something different. I'm going to go through a few teams that are on losing streaks, and you tell me if there's reason for concern there. Let's start with the Cowboys.
Definitely reason for concern. Not as dominant on defense as they should be. and offensive line injuries.
3 straight losses. They're 3-3. How about the Chiefs? 2 straight home losses.
Yeah, they just can't stop anyone running the football.
Okay, and then the Rams, 3 straight losses for them.
Yeah, definite reason for concern because they cannot get the running game figured out. Todd Gurley not touching it enough, but Kenny.
And then the Browns. Everyone was so high on them before the season started. What about now?
So many expectations. That's part of the problem they have right now, but they still would be contenders in their division.
Quickly back to the Chiefs, though. Are you concerned about them? They're still a real contender here, aren't they?
Still a contender, but I'm concerned as heck on defense for anyone who wants to be committed to running the football.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Switch gears, switch gears. I got it.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Check. Check, hot route. Hot. Check. Lucky.
Watson on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. It's complete to Fuller. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Back the pass. Shut down. Motion. Check. Shift. Alert. Right there. 54 Mike. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Hey, check 24.
Watson just beating the play clock. Now he steps away. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
Check right, 54. Check. Check 37. Whip. Watch the whip. And no time now.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. With a catch made by Hopkins. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 22-yard line. Watson now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Mike 5-4. That's right, baby. They don't want it. Undercrouch. Switch.
Again, it's Watson. Steps away. And an alley to run. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3. The Cowboys 15-yard line.
54. I got it.
To throw again on 2nd down. Watson being chased out left. It's complete to Hopkins. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
They come out here in the I. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. This Cowboy defense trying to hold them out of the end zone. They've run it to 3rd and goal. To throw is Watson, operating from the gun. And put it on the board. It's 6, a touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
Well, that's what you want to see from your quarterback when it's a goal line situation. A guy who's not afraid to tuck the ball, give his body up, and get into the end zone. That ought to inspire his entire team.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And we are tied at 14. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be taken about the 12. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Let's go, dude. Tighten up. Let's go, dude. Tighten up.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Back now in Arlington. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Prescott. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Prescott now. He'll let it fly for Austin. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leighton Vander Esch wreaking havoc with a sack. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Watson. Buying time to his left. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
Check my 50. Mike is a 50. Check my 50. Pick me up. 24. 52. Down and go. On
first down, Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, 66 yards. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this fourth quarter. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. This will be taken short. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Here's Prescott. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
And they'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Now Prescott. He's going to wind up and air it out. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Jonathan Joseph there on the coverage.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10.
At their own 43-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal? End the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
55 is my guy, 55. Watch
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson forced out to his left. And he whips that one incomplete there. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. from the gun. Here's Watson. He finds Hopkins complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. On 1st and 10, Watson steps away to his left. Open man, the tight end fails. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Throwing again on second down. Watson. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 22-yard line. And Watson's going to throw it here. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The sack by Robert Quinn. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Now it's Watson. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. Now Watson. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Throwing. Prescott. Being chased out left. He's going to let it fly. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. There defensively to knock it away was the safety, Justin Reed. Looking to erase a 2-score deficit here in the fourth quarter, going for some big plays.
Yeah, they certainly were. They just decided one shot, didn't they? Forget trying to move the ball downfield in small little increments. Let's go for the big one. But how about the defense playing situational football, looking at the scoreboard, realizing what can hurt us most? The deep shot. They played it well.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Bradley Roby there defensively.
Result of the play is a turnover on downs.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming. SOS, SOS, SOS. SOS, SOS, SOS. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Mike 55. Mike 55. It's our field. Mike 54. Hey, it's our house.
Throwing now. Watson going deep here for Stills. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Kenny Stills. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. The Texans push further out in front. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. Oh, and it's no good. He tugged it wide left, and that will keep our score right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be taken short. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember
under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I'll bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say...